Hello, my name is Alexandria Cox, and this is my educational autobiography. Let's start with a little bit about me and my sort of background of education. From a young age, I have always been a high-achieving student. Whatever extracurricular I could get involved in, I would. I would join random sports, plays, student government, academic teams, clubs, etc. Some of these pictures show me in those plays, service club trips, and receiving some of those awards. I was a straight A student. I was the kid that teachers would write down as the student of contact for the subs, or to send to make copies in the office. For my entire education, up until college, I attended private school. I was so unaware at the time of the resources this kind of schooling offered me, and how my private school both allowed and encouraged me to be a high-achieving student. Earlier in the semester, we watched America's Course on Poverty by Stanford University. Something that stood out from that course was how poverty, especially generational poverty, ran rampant in the South. This poverty would eventually seep its way into the classroom. My private school education shielded me from this. It also offered a way out, giving students connections to money, power, and education from an early age. As I went throughout school, I was blessed from a young age to be trusted by my teachers for everything, with little to no monitoring. They expected us to work when we were in class, to do our work when we were at home, to lead well and be good people, without them having to ask or correct us at all. When I walked into my placement, my cooperating teacher told me about GoGuardian, a tool utilized by schools to monitor every student's school-assigned computer screen. I was shocked. This level of technology was something that I was not used to, but through my observation saw how useful this could be in a classroom. This technology serves as a major advantage to teachers. Another valuable thing I learned through my placement was how hard taking a day off truly is. As my cooperating teacher was planning to miss a Thursday and Friday one week, I watched as he did almost triple the work to prepare for those days he was going to be gone. There was another day when he had to leave abruptly after second period due to a family emergency. I watched as he rushed to write down the plans for the rest of his day for all of his classes, making it another 45 minutes before he could leave. I also watched as throughout the day random teachers and admin came in to cover his classes, because there are not enough subs, and watched them struggle to keep the class flowing how it normally does. I even had to step in at a few points and explain some things. All of this I see as valuable knowledge and experience, preparing me as I move forward in teaching. There are a few things throughout the semester that really helped shape and encourage my understanding and love for teaching. The first was back at the beginning of the semester, when we talked about the range of different teaching styles. We were given the image of a spectrum, with the two opposing ends, or extremes, being teacher-centered teaching style and student-centered teaching style, with many styles of varying degrees in between. I really enjoyed this section because I'm a visual learner, and to see it laid out so clearly was helpful. I felt like it gave more options than an all or nothing, and effectively showed options to meet in the middle of the two extremes based off the needs of the students. The second was the TED Talk we watched, titled, "Compassionate Teachers Know That There Are No Bad Dogs." The speaker had 3 main points in this that I will be taking to my classroom. The first was that you have to believe there are no bad dogs. With this, he explained how most issues of bad behavior are a result of an inability of a teacher to communicate and lead their students. I like this accountability for teachers to be better. The second point was hold the line. He further explained that this means to set firm and clear boundaries that have high expectations. He reminded the audience that it takes energy to care, but it pays to care. The third point was relate to the context. He questioned us to think about how what our students are going through can relate to what we're teaching. Through these 2 lessons, I felt like I got a much clearer picture of the type of teacher I want to become and the classroom space I want to foster. The understanding of having no bad dogs directly parallels to the type of teacher I want to be. I want to be a safe person with a safe space for students, one that can weather them from the storm that is high school. That does not mean I will not hold them accountable for their actions. I believe tough love is very important. But at the end of the day, we have to remember that these are just kids. They're still developing and growing. They need to be pushed and encouraged and loved. They need to have a space where they are not afraid to fail and get to learn how to get back up at the same time. More than anything else, I want to be the type of teacher that teaches them lessons that are valuable outside the classroom. English is great, and I cannot wait to read and discuss some wonderful literature with the next generation. But I would be so much more proud if my students turned out to be good people than if they got 5s on their AP exam. If things they learn in my class shape them to be better mothers and fathers, better citizens, and kinder employees, then I will consider my goal reached. That is the kind of teacher that I want to become and the classroom that I hope to foster in the future. Thank you.